So I don't know if anybody saw Trump's yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I forget who was interviewing him. Dan, it's somebody I know. But they asked Trump, "Are you going to be a dictator?" Because the news just is carrying on about if Trump gets in, he'll be a dictator. It's like, no, we have the dictator. We have the dictator already. They're controlling the healthcare system. They're stealing our money. No, it's in. So you can, you just see where they're doing that on purpose. It's the projecting. But so whoever was interviewing him, I can't think of who it was, said, "Are you going to be a dictator like the media says?" And he said, "Only for one day." Now, normally that would be like, wait, what? No. I'm okay with that. Even if he needs a little bit more than one day, I'm okay with that too. Because think about the way this is playing out. First of all, many people have said, no, Trump was right about everything. He said this back then. He said that back then. And it's all come to be true. Okay? What else did he say back then when he was in office? He said, "I caught the swamp. I caught all of them." Like, I think many of us just kind of blow off some of the stuff he says because we think it's just rhetoric because the media makes it seem that way. But let's face it, he was right about hydroxychloroquine. That study, I mean, there's been so many things, so many. Like everything. I don't think there's anything yet, not major that I could think of, not even at all. So when he says he caught the swamp, it means he caught them. But even if you take, because I was wondering this, I'm like, what can you do about the private sector? Because you catch the government, but all the bad actors, the corporate, which I've been saying the corporate is more dangerous because they're the private entity. So Trump's lawyer, that Alina Habba, I just saw a video with her. I'll duet it after this. But pay attention to what she says, because she says this is a very dangerous time for our country because they're going after a private company, Trump's company. It's a private entity. So all of the social media, all these people that have been censoring and going after the American people at the tops of the healthcare system, the education system, they all are falling under. Like I've said before, I don't know what we can do about these because we have all of these entities that aren't government connected because they fall under the free enterprise, the private sector. Well, so think about it this way. What did Trump say a couple of times? I mean, he said it more than once. He said, you open Pandora's box. Like, there's a reason we don't go down these roads and go after former presidents, or that there's a reason we don't cross these barriers, kind of thing. Basically opening Pandora's box. Because if you're going to go after your political opponents in every way, then if your opponent ends up winning, then you can bet that will come to you. Because it's fair game then. Because they did it to him. And he hasn't done anything wrong, but we can see everything Biden and all of these private organizations are doing. Yeah, now the American people see it. But I think it's more than that. I think that Trump is allowing them to come after his private business. I mean, there's a reason Alina Habba, his lawyer, that woman, the real pretty one with the long brown hair, she said they're going after a private company. See, they're not, government's not supposed to do that. They're not. But if Trump wanted to get the private sector, I don't mean us, the private sector. I mean, when the roles are reversed, he can go after all those private organizations because they did it. Well, then he'd want them, or he'd come after his private company, because then it's fair game. The man is a genius. Seriously, he is. Because I didn't even stop to think about that. They're going after Mar-a-Lago, everything in New York. And it's like, it's perfect, because then not only when the roles reverse and he's in that seat, he will be the government. I mean, just, you know what I mean. So since they did it to him, he will do it to them, not to the people, but he'll set it right. And then for the private sector that would just think that they can, well, get off scot-free, They won't. Because they too colluded with the Biden government and have been going after him. So now it's, again, fair game. Private companies, once you sicked your government on Trump's private companies, well, then that's the danger with the opening Pandora's box and doing that, is that then when your opponent gets in, all those things will be done to you, which should be because you be arrested, all of you people. It's genius, because I've been thinking, I don't know, does it matter if Trump gets in? Because, I mean, it does. But I've thought, what can you do about the private sector? They're the ones that have more power. Well, that's why Trump's doing this. Because by getting them to come after, they're going after everything. They're so filled with hate and stupidity. And so by them going after the private company, the government, well, it opens Pandora's box. That's why Trump said, when asked if he would be a dictator, he said only for one day. Because he'll go and he will have all these people arrested. The man's really a genius.